My name is Jan, and one of the reasons I came to Master Heals program, he's my master too, is that I've been suffering from breast cancer for 10 years. And even though I decided when I first was diagnosed with the cancer that I would do it only by God's way. I didn't want any interference from man. I didn't want an operation or chemo or anything that would interfere with what God wanted me to do. And so I went down that track, and for 10 years I've been doing that on and off, and obviously I haven't been doing it right because it continued to grow, and it has got to the point where the actual cancer had attached itself to the skin and was threatening to burst through the skin. It actually has a scab on it now, which I'm not sure what that means or where it's going to go to from there. But that was my main reason. And then when I saw the name, The Maker Heals, I realised that that wasn't going to be my real reason. That my real reason was going to be to get to know the Lord better. And I thought if I can learn to get to know Him better, maybe not that He needs to get to know me better because He knows me better than even I know myself, but that I might be able to trust in Him and love Him more. Since I've been here at the Maker Heals, there's been three things actually. Sorry, let me just go back a little bit. Last year, about August, I had to have my appendix out. And that was a miracle in itself, in that they tell me that my appendix had been burst for 4 days, and the fact that God had enclosed the appendix and God protected me there, obviously for better things coming here. And back in April, I managed to contract COVID. So there are three things that I found that physically have actually changed in my life. My cancer since I have been here, and please remember that this has been here for 10 years, growing, solidifying. But since I've been here, my cancer has shrunk, has started to soften a little bit, has started to come away from the skin and is not as angry looking as what it used to be. So I praise God for that. But the second thing, which I wasn't expecting, or the two things that I wasn't expecting, was with the appendix operation that I had, I was having a lot of pain in two areas because they initially were going to go in keyhole, but they couldn't do it, and so they had to do the full operation. I found that I was having pain where they went in for the full operation and then a pain where they went in with the keyhole operation. And I was having lots of pain there. Since I've been here, that pain has gone. And the third thing is that with the COVID, I had a residual cough. And since I've been here, that residual cough has gone. You will notice I still have a cough, so I'm waiting for the Lord to heal that, but I have a hernia, so a double hiatus hernia. So I figure that if I continue on this, that cough will go as well. So that's my... and the last thing was that since I've been here, I have been gaining energy. I had lost a lot of energy. I was feeling very tired, and all I could do was push myself to continue to do the things I had to do. With the spiritual changes that have happened in my life, I realised while I was here that for 10 years, and probably more than 10 years, but for the 10 years that I've been talking about with my breast cancer, I realised that I was trying to do everything in my strength. I was the one that was going to heal myself. I was the one that was going to work out whether I juiced, whether I went somewhere to see somebody or had an operation or whatever, that it was me that making the decision. Since I've been here, I know that it's not me, that it's God that has control, full control of everything that is happening in my life. And I think since I've been here, one of the things I've learnt is that even though through this whole journey of the cancer, I believed in the fact that I was trusting in God. I mean, my initial step was, I don't want to do man's way, I want to do God's way. So I believed that I was trusting in God. I'd convinced myself, but I realised here that I wasn't fully trusting in God. And that's one of the things, one of the spiritual things that I've learnt since I've been here. And the last spiritual thing that I've learnt since I've been here is that my faith, I thought, was strong. Again, like trusting in God, I thought my faith was strong. But since I've been here, I found out what faith is really like, what it really means to be faithful and to have faith. My commitment, I've committed to hand over the reins to God, to not try and control my life, to remember that He is the one that is in control of my life, that He is the one that knows what I need and He will provide it for me. And I just need to listen to Him more intently. And the only way I'm going to do that is to study His Word more intently, to read, to get to know Him more closely. And to one of the physical side of things is to go back home and remember that God is there, that I don't have to fight the temptations, because He tells us that there is no temptation that great that He hasn't provided an out for us. And so I've got to remember that when I'm tempted to indulge my appetite and partake of things at the wrong time, partake of the wrong kinds of foods, and partake of overindulgence in eating, in my appetite. And I came to realise that my appetite was my idol in my life. That even though I knew the New Start, everything that happens in New Start, I still continued to just, like Frank Sinatra, I did it my way. And I think the other thing is that I will continue, I pray that I will continue to diligently follow the 8 laws of health that He has given us. That's about it for me.